Hello and welcome to Bakerstreet.coasters, where today we are here at the Legoland Windsor Resort for their Brick or Treat event. Now they haven't got as much entertainment as they did last year, however it's very cool that we have some sort of more theming around the park. And it's Lego. You can't really go wrong with Lego because, you know, it's creativity and it's play. So please remember to subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I'll keep you updated for the whole day.
And it also looks very spectacular.
Also join with my brother, you see. Anyway, starting off here anyways, we have this really nicely themed pumpkin sort of patches. I mean, the pumpkins, I actually couldn't tell you if it's real Lego or not. I meam, there's a spider there which says real Lego. But it looks very nice, and I cannot wait to see this later on. Now the park hours are open from 10 AM through until 5 PM, which gives us 7 hours in the park. This time last year it was open till 6. Not quite sure why it's open till 5 today. But you know, it is what it is, I'm guessing. Merlin aren't just, well, Merlin are in the worst at the moment. But yeah, anyways, it looks really nice. It's amazing to see that pop badges are back here at Legoland. They also pride themselves in pop badges, and it's amazing to see that we have a themed one for Halloween. You can literally go and collect it for free, literally by the entrance, where you can see Windsor Castle over there. So, you know, that's kind of cool. I love pop badges. They're so much better than pin badges, because firstly they're free, and secondly you don't have to pay for them.
And they're safer.
They also are safer. Pop badges are very much safer than pin badges. So I'm very happy about that. People love collecting pin badges, but I love pop badges. So that's an up for it. However, like I said, park hours, Merlin's a joke for this. 10 AM took through till 5 PM. So it should be 6 PM. I don't really care. It should be 6 PM. Why put on an event and then close it at the same time as you close a normal average park on a normal day? Pointless. So the last time we were here at Legoland, there was a bunch of wasps everywhere, which was awful. Now I still feel that I have seen some wasps around, but there's not as many as there was during summer. But I'm guessing that's because it was summer, and you know, the wasps here in winter ain't really a big incline, is there?
Hello, sis.
What I was saying is that this time summer, like literally this year, basically there were a bunch of wasps everywhere. Now there isn't as many wasps because, you know, firstly that is like we're entering the winter season, and secondly wasps on the incline, they're actually on the downcline. So, you know, I can't really criticise the fact that, well, I can't really criticise whether Legoland actually sorted out their wasp issue, or they kept it as it is and, you know, just played it through until this sort of season. I'm not quite sure. I don't agree with the fact that there's wasps everywhere. Like, firstly, it's a medical issue because, you know, if someone's allergic to it within the park and you get stung by a wasp, you know, it's not very good. So what they should do is they should have wasp catchers up everywhere, like Alton Towers and Fort Park have. Not quite sure what's going on here. During these winter periods, the log flume is not open. I'm not quite sure what's going on with my camera here. Let's just quickly see. But yeah, the log flume Pirate Falls is not open, unfortunately. Very much reminds me of Congo River Rapids at Alton Towers, where basically they don't have that open either, which is fair enough. I mean, for the younger audience, yes, that does make sense, because you know what, you wouldn't really want to be wet in this sort of weather, would you? It's time to enter Disco Dragon, I cannot wait. Now this is on a 30-minute queue. The Disco Dragon's just full of lights everywhere, it's unreal. I love how they've had all the lights changed and everything. It looks amazing, and I hope this is a lot better than last year. Loving the lighting for Disco Dragon here. So we just came out of Disco Dragon. That was amazing. All the lights, all the theming, you know, and also all the soundtrack. I absolutely adored it. It was a really good ride. I just wish that they, in that tunnel bit when you go down, I just wish they had like more lighting in there. But you know, it would have been cool if they had more smoke effects as well. But it was brilliant. I tell you, that is so much themed, especially the lighting package. The lighting package in there is amazing, especially in the station. But also they're themed, and they've also put the lighting package within the queue line as well, so it's always entertainment throughout the whole queue. That's what they need more at Merlin Park. They don't have enough entertainment throughout the queue, you know. Even if it is just a little lighting package here and there, you know, it's still nice. Not being like shoved straight into a queue line where you've got nothing to look at all. It really annoys me when they do that. We just came out of Lego Ninjago, and that's such a cheap and tacky ride. I do not like it at all. For the sake that it's very heavily screen-based. Hello, Emily. So yeah, it's very heavily screen-based, which is really annoying. But you know, it's just a filler for a ride, you know. So when we had Viking River Splash, they basically closed that so they can basically open this. And you know, it's kind of stupid. I don't agree with it. This ride is so annoying in the fact that heavy screen base and the sensors don't even work all the time. Like when they show you literally, here's the thing, and they show you literally like that. But I'm like, your hands have to be higher up to basically do that. I mean, no, not in terms of like, to be able to close the Viking River Splash, they needed to basically have capacity. To be able to put this ride in, they basically knew at that point that the Viking River Splash would be basically closed. But it's really annoying that they put this ride in, it's not good. Now, it's a really, really big shame to see that Viking River Splash up there, the blue as you can see, has been closed. Now, it closed in 2023, and you know, we were expecting something big from it. We were expecting something new. We got Minifigure Speedway last year, but then you know, this really hasn't been. Well, there's not much that's happened to this area apart from the derelict Lego bricks which have been spread around. I'm a little bit confused. What's this going to be? Hopefully, it's a new roller coaster. They could flatten out the land and make it like a dark ride. But you know, I don't think Legoland will do that. I feel like Legoland would definitely make this a roller coaster. But you know, this was a little bit annoying because over here, they basically used to be a little walkthrough, but they don't have that anymore because we have Lego Ninjago the ride. Very sorry about that, guys. But yeah, now we've got like I don't know what it's called, Destiny's Bounty, which is over here. But yeah, Viking River Splash, that should be back open, or at least if it's not back open, it should be something new. I'm not quite sure. There's not really that much construction work going on around it at all. I don't know anything. All we know is that it's just not open. So we just came off Alton's Ride Adventure. Amazing ride, good flat ride. It's always nice to see if they have flat rides here at Alton Tower. No, at Legoland, because Alton Towers don't have any flat rides, or barely any anyways. It's always nice to see that. So now we are off to food. It's always nice to see that Heart Lake City Lake has basically got their shows back. So we've got Monster Jam, which starts at 12, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, and it's absolutely amazing to see that, because you know what? During summer we had no shows here, and then at the end, like during August, at the end of August, we basically had, I don't know, Duke Kaboom or something, Duke Detain or something like that, and that was his stunt show, and that was really, really nice to see that we have a monster show back here at the Legoland Windsor Resort. It's amazing to see what they've done over here. We've got the smoke effects as well. Apparently this is Haunted House Monster Party. Not quite sure about the lighting package though, because you can't really see it at night, so I'm a little bit confused. It's not dark enough.
Now everybody do your favorite monster dance move at the same time. Go! The time bomb again! Well, I was walking down the street just a having a think. Then a big black cat gave me a silly wink. It shook me up and looked me right in the eyes. It had a big plate full of apple fries. It stared at me and I felt a change. Time meant nothing, never ruled again. Let's do time bomb again. Let's do the time bomb again. It's just a jump to the left.
I have absolutely adored that. You know, they actually have entertainment in this really plain, boring queue line. You know, Monster House, you know, Haunted House Monster Party, it had a really plain, boring queue line. I mean, there's just fences everywhere. The fact that they've took those fences out and put this stage here for entertainment is amazing. That's a big up from Lego. And so yeah, it's a lot better than last year. I just have a ghost here apparently. But yeah, this is a lot better than last year. The stage is positioned in the right place, and it's just amazing to see entertainment around the park. So I just came out of Haunted House Monster Party. Absolutely an amazing Vekoma Madhouse right there. I mean, it's not as good as Hex the Legend of the Tower, but it was still good, and I loved the theming and, you know, the overall aspect of Lego acquiring it, I guess. And that looks really nice behind me. That's like the normal thing they put on Bakerstreet. But yeah, I absolutely loved a haunted house at Monster Party. And if you did not know what that is, you can literally see it right behind me. It's that house right there. I'm not quite sure where we're off to next, but guys, if you do like what I do, please remember to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And I'm really impressed so far of what Legoland has done with the place. But I just feel like, in reality, it's not Merlin splashing their cash. It's definitely Lego splashing their cash in this park, because I couldn't see this being as Merlin standard at all. There used to be a river that used to go down here. I don't think they have it, well, they don't have it anymore, as you can see. But it was definitely themed to a river, because they have ducks and swans there, they have cats and fish. It's pretty cool. I'm not quite sure what happened, unfortunately. Probably was here in the days where the, the zoo was here and they took it out. I can't tell you, I couldn't tell you on top of my head, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a really big miss into this water feature going, but I'm guessing it wasn't cost efficient to keep it, and of course it erodes over time. Now we're here at Miniland, absolutely adore Miniland. I love what they've done with the area, because to be fair, they've like, over by London, they've basically freshened up some pieces of land and big construction buildings. It's really nice. Oh my god, if you can see, they've got like those little themings on here today. So you've got like vampire and you've got like the werewolf over here.
Mummies?
Yes, we've got the mummies, correct. Oh my god, this looks really, really good.
Are you filming?
I am.
Wait.
So we still have had absolutely no information about what is happening with the sky ride here. Now this sky ride used to run around the area, like this imagination area. And then it used to come back. It was really, really short, but it did overlook Miniland a little bit. I would have thought it would have, looked over Miniland completely, but they clearly didn't implement that. But the park was a lot smaller when this ride was here. Not quite sure what's going to happen with it in the far future, but they have literally got a construction site out there. But I'm guessing that's because people can't, go up it. People can't jump the fence. Anyways, they're in, my family are in the Ferrari build and play sort of thing. We are going to go on Minifigure Speedway after. That is a new roller coaster for 2024. Now, Merlin, of course, come along and they're like, let's think of a roller coaster idea. And you know what? They come up with the dueling roller coaster. Now, the Minifigure Speedway is the only dueling roller coaster we have here in the UK, and the best thing is that it's a Lego. Another dueling sort of roller coaster is Steeplechase at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, but do we call that a roller coaster? It varies. Varies on what people say. Personally, I don't say it is, but I guess it's because it's on a running track and everything. But Minifigure Speedway is a complete, I feel like it's a complete boomeranged, sort of racing, dueling shuttle coaster. I don't know, but yeah, it's really, really nice actually. But I mean, what they've done with the theming of this roller coaster, I feel like budget cuts were definitely took. When you look at their other roller coasters in the area, this one definitely had really big, significant budget cuts. We are in the queue for Minifigure Speedway.
Hello.
Emily, you finally got in. There you go. In the queue for
Minifigure Speedway.
Okay, so we're in the queue for Minifigure Speedway, and it looks like there's a half an hour queue. However, it's broke, and they haven't put it on the dashboard or the board thing saying it's closed. So I'm a little bit confused about that. It should say that it's closed if it is closed, because I'm not letting anyone on. But what they have to do is they have to basically test it 3 times. If it doesn't work by 3 times, then they'll just have to wait until the sensors say it's okay for it to go again. I have to end it here on a really, really negative note. So we were in the queue for Minifigure Speedway. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. It's on a 30-minute queue. Whoever the app said 50, I was a bit confused. Yet again, lack of communication from Merlin's side. And I was like, okay, fine, we'll wait there. The ride closed down once, it reopened. I was like, okay, fine. Then it closed down again, but this time they locked the queue so nobody else can get into the ride. But then there was no communication between what was actually happening. So they were keeping people in the queue, and it was the case of nobody actually knew if the ride was going to be down for a long period, if it was going to be down for a short period. I know the ride operators don't know if the ride's going to be down or not, and I spoke to the person on the gate about it, but I do not appreciate the fact that they that they just keep people in the queue, because when it gets to like 5 o'clock, for example, like now, if it gets to a significantly bad time, they are going to kick everyone out of that queue. How is that fair? Well, it's not. You know, people have waited in that queue for ages to find out that ride's not operating. Oh yeah, I'm not happy.
Nothing.
So, unfortunately, that's where I end my blog, as a really, really bad ending. You know, they shouldn't have done what they did. They should have communicated, and the worst thing is the guy in the gate didn't even have like this communication device on him, which I think is really, really bad. Like, you know, if you're going to communicate on the front gate, you should at least have communication things like they do at Alton Towers, where you can channel into anyone. Anyways, over here we have, well, we can literally oversee London and Windsor. You get Windsor Castle over there. Don't know how much you can see on the camera. Anyways, that is it from me here at the Legoland Windsor Resort. The majority of today's been amazing. The atmosphere's been brilliant. I absolutely adore the little events they've put on. You know, the stage that they've put in the Haunted House Monster Party is absolutely excellent. And every time it goes in, you know, for all those people who've just joined the queue line, I know that queue line isn't very, very themed. So, you know, it's really good that we have that stage there. But yeah, it's been brilliant today, really, really good. I mean, queue times have been a little bit on the pushy side, but you know, it's Legoland, it's Merlin. I can't really stop that. I don't think anyone can, apart from Fair Parks, of course. But yes, please remember to subscribe. I really appreciate it. Smile always. Listen, they're doing something to the car park. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. I think they're resurfacing it, or they're putting something over the top. I could not tell you. There you go. There's Emily. But yeah, I couldn't tell you. People said there's a new ride coming in, but I don't think that's going to happen.